I'm the one that needs to go after her.
What? Yes.
Bring me my horse!
You've always been the hero of our story, Princess Anna. You showed the people of Arendelle what true love, dedication, and courage are all about. You're one of those rare heroes who don't have a bad bone in their body, but at some point in time, someone very close to you was being treated like a villain. So you know better than anyone that there are two sides to every coin.
My sister's not a monster.
She nearly killed me!
Queen Mal said it herself. There's good and bad in everyone. So that means that even the evilest people can have a change of heart. Keep watching as we reveal the top 10 Disney characters who are both heroes and villains. You won't believe which peaceful ruler came this close to the point of no return. Hades. Hades may have a wicked past, but he's managed to be the good guy on more than a few occasions.
Did you cut your hair or something? You look fabulous.
He's the perfect example of a villainous hero. On one hand, he's selfish and cruel, but on the other hand, he's reasonable and helpful. When Megara offered to sell her soul to Hades in exchange for her lover's soul, he obliged.
Which is exactly why I got a feeling you're gonna leap at my new offer.
And in Descendants 3, Hades agreed to cure Princess Audrey despite having been locked up for over 2 decades. Merida. Princess Merida of Dunbrock helped save her kingdom from Mor'du, but before she could become the hero she dreamed of being, Merida had to play the villain card.
I want a spell to change my mum.
Sure, she saved her mom, her brothers, and her people, but she's the one who put them in danger in the first place. If Merida had never struck a deal with the old witch, her mom and brothers would never have turned into wild bears. But hey, what's in the past is in the past, right? Captain Hook. Captain Hook may be the villain in the Disney movie Peter Pan, but he's the hero in the live-action TV series Once Upon a Time. Everyone sees Captain Hook as the bad guy because he continuously tries to kill Peter Pan. But in reality, Peter Pan isn't that nice of a guy. He chopped Hook's hand off and fed it to the crocodile.
Remember the last time you didn't listen to me?
And he steals children from their window and brings them to Neverland. Suddenly, Hook doesn't sound half bad. Mother Gothel. Mother Gothel is probably one of the most despicable Disney villains of all time, but we can't deny that she kept Rapunzel safe,
The outside world is a dangerous place.
despite being the one who kidnapped her in the first place. On more than one occasion, Gothel has proven that she truly cared for Rapunzel. When she thought Rapunzel had been kidnapped from her tower, she was legitimately worried about her. Simba. Simba from The Lion King is another perfect example of a hero turned villain turned hero. He was arrogant and boastful, which led to him putting himself in dangerous situations.
You can't do anything to me.
Technically they can.
As a result, Scar took advantage of him and Mufasa passed away. Simba then ran with his tail between his legs. He believed that he had killed his father.
What'd you do, kid?
Something terrible.
So he hid, allowing Scar to wreak havoc on Pride Rock, but luckily Simba found his wits and came back to save the day. Uma. When we were first introduced to Uma in Descendants 2, we were led to believe that she was a total villain, but by the time Descendants 3 came along, it became obvious that she was just misunderstood.
So we're saving your precious people and your behinds for a lie.
Uma wanted to free her people, which meant going up against Mal and Aradon. Uma kidnapped Ben and tried to bring down the barrier, but eventually she joined forces with her enemies and did the right thing. Gaston. There's no use debating it. No one is as slick or quick as Gaston from The Beauty and the Beast. Despite being a pompous villain, Gaston always saw himself as the hero.
The beast will make off with your children. He'll come after them in the night. No.
And so did many of the townsfolk. While Gaston had little respect for anyone but himself, he still risked his life to save Belle. Sure, she didn't want or need his help,
He's no monster, Gaston. You are.
but just like a hero, he gave it to her anyway. Ariel. Princess Ariel was both the hero and the villain of her movie, The Little Mermaid. Sure, she never intended on anyone getting hurt, but she still put the entire ocean at risk in exchange for her very own happiness.
The only way to get what you want is to become a human yourself.
Ariel knew that dealing with the Sea Witch could be disastrous, but she did it anyway. As a result, Ursula got her hands on the trident and turned King Triton into a poor, unfortunate soul. Luckily, Ariel and Eric ended up saving the day. Mal. Mal from Disney's Descendants is yet another Disney villain who turned out to be a hero. She was born and raised on the Isle of the Lost, where people value evil deeds above all else. Maleficent had big plans for her daughter, who was more than happy to see them through.
Do I have to remind you what we're all here for?
But by the end of the Descendants, Mal had a change of heart and chose to be good, proving that she was both a hero and a villain. Elsa. Elsa is probably the last person you'd expect to see on this list, but she is indeed one of the villains of Disney's Frozen. Elsa nearly killed her own people with her ice powers.
Stay away!
She set off an eternal winter and froze her sister's heart. In the end, Elsa realized that isolating herself wasn't the answer, but it took her a while to get to that conclusion. So there you have it, 10 Disney characters who are both villains and heroes. Who is your favorite Disney villain? And do they have a good side to them? Sound off in the comments. And that's a wrap. Subscribe to The Things and give this video a big thumbs up. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you later.